This is ABC of News bringing you the latest in world politics. Today we are going to discuss about India's de-dollarization strategy. In this we are going to exclusively analyze India's groundbreaking strategy that could reshape the global financial system forever. India versus the US dollar dominance is what financial experts are calling the most significant monetary development of our time. India is spearheading a quiet revolution against the United States dollar dominance in international trade. These are some of the facts that you need to know. The Reserve Bank of India has approved 156 Special Rupee Vostro Accounts across 26 Indian banks. These accounts have been established by 123 correspondent banks from 30 countries including Russia, UAE, Bangladesh, Myanmar and Sri Lanka. What does this actually mean to you? This means protected savings from dollar volatility, increased purchasing power, and strengthened Indian economy. The implications of every Indian citizen are profound. Your savings will be better protected from dollar fluctuations. Your purchasing power could increase significantly, and India's position as a global economic power will be dramatically strengthened. India has a master plan, and it's a three-pronged strategy. Today, we will reveal this three-pronged strategy and show you exactly which countries are abandoning the dollar system and explain what it means for your financial future. Let's break down the strategy. Let's break down the strategy of India's three-pronged attack on dollar dominance. Let's examine India's strategic approach to reducing dollar dependency. There are three key components of this financial revolution. We call this revolution because a major shift is going to take place if everything goes well. This major shift is about de-dollarisation. The first strategy is about opening of Special Rupee Vostro Accounts. 156 such accounts have been approved by the Indian government, which has 26 Indian banks participating, having 123 foreign correspondent banks, and 30 countries have been involved. Think of these Special Rupee Vostro accounts as direct currency exchange systems. Foreign banks can now hold Indian rupees without converting to US dollars first. This eliminates conversion fees and exchange rate risk entirely. India's second strategy is bilateral trade agreements with different countries, in which India has signed direct trade agreements with key partners, allowing transactions in local currencies rather than dollars. India has signed trade agreements with Russia for oil and defense, with UAE for trade and investment, with Bangladesh for textiles and agriculture, with Maldives for tourism and services. The third strategy which India has adopted is the UPI global expansion. As of July 2025, India's unified payment interface, which is the UPI, is operational in 7 countries, facilitating instant rupee transactions worldwide. These 7 countries include UAE, Singapore, Bhutan, Nepal, Sri Lanka, France, and Mauritius. Financial experts have to say that this strategy reflects India's desire to insulate itself from foreign currency fluctuations. Financial analysts describe this as a perfectly timed strategy, especially as global dollar instability increases due to ongoing trade tensions. Now we are going to see the economic impact and find out who are the winners and the losers. Our economic analysis reveals clear winners and losers in this new financial paradigm. The winners will be the Indian exporters, who are going to save 2 to 3% per transaction. It will be the businesses who will have instant settlement versus days. It will be the consumers with cheaper remittances. It will be the investors with reduced currency risk. Let's talk about an example of Indian businesses and exporters who are going to save 2 to 3% on every international transaction. Earlier, for an export of goods worth rupees 1 crore, Indian exporters would have to pay 2 to 3 lakhs in terms of conversion fees and exchange risks. The importer would end up getting 97 to 98 lakhs, which is a clear loss of 2 to 3 lakhs. Whereas now, importers will receive the full amount. Who are the losers then? It is the US financial system, the traditional banking intermediaries, and the dollar-dependent economies. It is evident that the US financial system will be the clear losers, which is going to face reduced global demand for dollars. Traditional banks will be the losers also, that earned profits from foreign exchange transactions. There will be a global trade transformation. This system is already transforming global trade sectors. India is purchasing Russian oil in rupees, paying for electronics directly, and importing agricultural products without dollar dependency. What will be the global implications and reactions? The international response to India's strategy reveals the magnitude of this shift. 30 countries from all over the world have joined this rupee system. But why have they joined? So that they can escape US financial sanctions, reduce dollar dependency, do direct trade with India, and lower transaction costs. These countries now have direct access to India's growing market. Crisis resilience has already been demonstrated by India. The system's effectiveness was proven during Sri Lanka's economic crisis. Rupee trade continued during Sri Lanka's crisis. When Russia was sanctioned, there was an alternative payment, which is the rupee-based trade, was functional. The network effect is more countries is equal to more value. Each new country makes the system more valuable for everyone. This creates what economists call a network of effect. Each additional country makes the entire system more valuable, creating unstoppable momentum. Now let's see the industry transformation and sectorial impact. In case of energy trade, 40% of Indian oil imports will have impact. In case of manufacturing, there will be direct supplier payments. And in case of agriculture, food security will be through rupee trade. Major industries are already adapting, with energy trade leading the transformation as India secures oil supplies through rupee payments. Let's check the future scenarios and what's going to happen next. Our analysis projects 3 possible outcomes for India's de-dollarization strategy. The first scenario is of rupee dominance, which has a probability of 40%, and the timeline is 2 to 3 years. 50 plus countries join the system, India becomes Asian financial hub, and rupee held as reserve currency. The outcome of the first scenario will be that the central banks will globally begin holding rupee reserves. The second scenario is of gradual expansion, which has a probability of 50%, having a timeline of 5 to 7 years, in which 15 to 20% of India's trade will be in rupees, significant businesses will have cost savings, and there will be moderate personal financial impact. In case of the second scenario, there will be substantial benefits, but transformation will be slower. The third scenario will have limited success, having a probability of 10%, and the timeline is 1 to 2 years. But even limited success provides benefits. The third scenario will have limited success due to US pushback. But over and above, even the third scenario provides significant benefits to India and participating countries. The bottom line is that with 156 accounts operational, 26 Indian banks participating, 30 countries involved, and billions in trade volume. All these are not future possibilities, but this is the current reality. Then what should you do? You should understand that rupee strength benefits your savings. You should consider investments in rupee growth sectors. You should watch for international business opportunities. And you should also stay informed on expansion developments. The conclusion is loud and clear. India is not merely reducing dollar dependency. India is systematically building the foundation of rupee dominance in Asian trade. Stay informed, stay ahead. We will continue tracking this developing story and its impact on your financial future.